Morning, Nikki. No. Got Harris today. Come to sit with me. Oh, hi, Anna. Look, I'm looking rough today. I'm up. I've had a shower. So how are you all doing? I've had my cup of tea. Do you know, when did dentists get him back? Because I think I've got a problem with my 1982 filling in the back of my teeth. I've got real sensitive teeth now. Rani said that when I do my videos, I keep squirreling things around in my mouth. And it's because I'm hypersensitive. Hypersensitive, not just sensitive, I'm hypersensitive, Harris. Yeah, so anyway, we seen the puppy yesterday. Morning, Nikki. So I thought we'd see Harris McGarris today. This is Harris. Harris is 4, yeah? And Harris is, whose sister are you? Clover's brother. You're not even a sister, you're a boy. Clover's brother. So Clover just had the puppy. This is her brother. And he's also brother to Lewis, who came back last year. And he's probably the dopiest dog I've ever known in my whole life. And Wendy, that comes on my videos, she bred Harris's daddy. Yeah. And his mummy is Dora. Yes. So he's a gorgeous boy. And he does have a shoe fetish. And our garden has a shoe graveyard where there is shoes all over the place. Where Mark has been furloughed, he's been doing the garden and brought in shoes from like 5 years ago from the shoe graveyard. Yes. So there's lots of pictures of Harris with boots and shoes in his mouth. You just like to take one out, don't you? And then run like the wind and then drop it. Yeah. Shoe thing. Most of mine have a shoe thing, but Harris's shoe thing is just a little bit more advanced than everybody else. Oh, you're Nigel's favourite, Harris. Lucky boy, isn't you? Lots of people like Harris McGarris. Harris has been a father to 2 litters, haven't you? Of lovely dogs. Mostly browns. Mostly brown. Soppy dogs like you. Yes. And what else can we tell you about Harris? Oh, Harris bounces. Yeah. Strange character. If the garden gate is open, he won't come over the threshold. But he will bark and protect the house. No, don't tell Dylan. So you'll bark and protect the house, don't you? But you will not go over the threshold of that gate, will you? Because that's wrong. However, if you arrive and he knows you, like if you're Rani or Brenda comes or somebody like that you know, he just jumps straight over the gate. Yeah. Just quite odd. But he will stay this side of the gate and bark at dogs that go past. And you never jump out unless you think we're going up the big field, do you? No. So I was doing a one-to-one yesterday and he jumped out. And then Mark came along and went, Harris! And jumped, boom, straight back over. So there's videos of him somewhere doing it. So you're a bit naughty with that, aren't you? You're a bit naughty with the jumping out. But you don't go anywhere, do you? No, he said, I don't run away, Mum. I just kind of hang around outside. He's a good boy. Yeah. And he's done lots of running with me as well. You're a good running partner, aren't you? He's a good lad. So there we go. So Harris is an entire male dog, 4 years old. And I do all sorts with him. So when people say, oh, when did you castrate him? When did you castrate him? That's up to you. But it's not a way of training them. People seem quite surprised when I tell them that every dog at Crufts, every male dog at Crufts is actually entire. When they're rushing to get their dog cast. Oh! What was that? That's what he's like. Dopey bugger. Yeah, every dog at Crufts is actually, I've just a clean top on as well, is an entire male. So there we go. Right, so let's talk holidays today. Who's thinking about going on holiday in August, September? I'm on hospitality forums and things on Facebook because I'm very interested what's going on with hospitality because obviously it's directly linked to my small animal boarding. And the general consensus is that it's all going to be opening again. He can't be guilty of a 5-year-old shoes, he's only 4. Yeah, that's right, Anna, you're right. So there must have been... Were you born here, Harris? I've got too many children. You are only 4. You were 4 this year. So who's had the other shoes then? Oh, that had been Edie McCready. That had been his grandmother. Anyway, so they reckon... Did you watch the Prime Minister's doodah yesterday? Although the Prime Minister's not there, just sends his merry man. He's too busy being shunted up the backside by one of his people that wasn't paying attention, so I'm told. Anywho's, they reckon hospitalities can open pubs and hotels and things like that on the 5th. In this forum I'm seeing as well, interestingly, apparently some of the bigger chains, they can take key workers in the hotels, but apparently they're booking all and sundry in, which is really upsetting the little hotels that either aren't open or are not getting those sorts of bookings. Because if you go on to book a hotel, it does say on there that we can take your booking if you're a key worker. So anyway, so that's that. So they all think it's opening on the 5th, but the culture secretary that was up chatting yesterday on this thing, he just went on and on and on about football and how the football was starting last night, which I know is brilliant for lots of people. I've no interest. But the hospitality people obviously want to know, are they definitely open on the 5th? Because they're all talking about all the things they've got to put in place in hotels and restaurants and everything else to be open. And we're now down to, is it less than 2 weeks notice for the 5th of July? So they're all bated breath every time that comes up to find out whether they're open. And I'm interested as well, because the minute they open, then it means that people want me to board their rabbits and all that carry on. Anyway, it came up quite interestingly, one of the things, a load of Cornwall people were posting, what the hell's gone on? I've had 3 cancellations in the last hour. And it was because one of their local councillors had put a thing out saying, don't come to Cornwall. And all this sort of shenaz. It's really, really difficult scenario to be in. I mean, I've been lucky that I've got other businesses, not just that reliant solely on people boarding their rabbits. But if you've got a hotel or a restaurant, you're an independent person, it's really, really difficult. And mentally as well, that, this time of year, you're normally rushed off your feet. Be rushed off your feet every year. It's your busiest season. And where we are as well, where it's, which like Cornwall and everything else, you make most of your money, don't you? Easter and the summer. And for a lot of businesses, that makes or breaks them kind of through the winter, October, November time. So yeah, these local businesses who run hotels and things were going for the jugular of this councillor who had been telling everybody, even though it lifts on the 4th, don't come anywhere near Cornwall. So I feel for it. It's a balancing act, isn't it, between keeping everybody safe and obviously keeping the economy going. And then I think small businesses, people are starting to question why you can go to Primark and you can't get married, and why you can go to Primark and you can't open this and you can't open that. So I don't know. It's very, very complex. Very complex. But yeah, no, it is. Every time you get an email through, you're not used to it. Normally this time of year it's bookings, and you just get cancellation. So yeah, so that's a bit rubbish. Harris is not bothered. Harris is just constantly smiling, aren't you, Harris? Yeah, you big Wally. Ooh. You just gone and tipped my tea all down the front of me. Huh? That's not good, is it? I don't think he cares much, really. Do you? I don't really care. No. So, Harry said that things he likes to do is sit when I open the back of my Volvo, and you got that little bit of a lid that goes down, the lip thing on the back of the car. It's got one of those boots. You got the top and the bottoms open. He likes to sprawl across there. And he's actually having, you've probably seen the pictures, a secret affair with a cat. Oh, aren't you? Yeah. And he's quite funny, because if you spot him having a secret affair with a cat, he gets all coy and embarrassed and walks away. So him and Aaron are great buddies when they're out running and rocking and rolling and doing and everything else. But there can be a little bit of tension, can't there? If there's ladies about. State of it. A little bit of tension sometimes. And him and Basil were bosom buddies, weren't you, as babies? But you're not so friendly now. Yeah, and it's because Harris keeps putting his big brown nose and boinging Basil. Basil doesn't like it, does he? But you think it's funny. Yes. He's a bit of a wally, really, isn't he? Look at him. Big stupid dog. Big stupid dog. Where's Wendy? Wendy's not on this morning yet to see you. No. So the babies we've just had, they had a brown daddy, and they've also got brown uncle. Yeah. Nice dark brown too. So there we go. So that's my thing on the hospitality, whatnot and things. That's quite interesting. They're talking about theatres as well. When will theatres open? Obviously open air theatres. There wasn't much really to tell. They're not really saying, but I hope they come out and say something soon and let us all know what they're doing. So are any of you planning on going away? I really want a holiday. I don't know where I want to go though. I don't want to go anywhere. There's coronavirus, and there's even coronavirus. Oh Jesus, there's even corona. I know. I love you too. There's even coronavirus back in New Zealand now as well. You're just such a wally. I don't even know where we got you from. So, Rani was telling me there's a spa somewhere in Spain or something like that, and you go on and you literally make an offer. It's so bad. If you make an offer to go and stay with them, I think they'll accept any offer just to have anybody to go. It's awful, isn't it? So I was obviously have an interest on whether nightclubs and things are open. And it would appear that nightclubs in Iceland are open. And Mark told me that on his Facebook page, people were partying in Ibiza right now. But the Sun newspaper says they're not and could remain closed till next year. So who's right? Who knows? But yeah, the Sun newspaper reported that Magaluf and Ibiza were not going to be open this year. But the problem is, he said they have... what do you call it? That's when they make their money over the summer season. So if they made their money then, if they've missed it then, there's no real point in opening. But there we go. Anyway, it's bye from me and Harris. Miggy Harris. Oh, he's off now. Harry, are you coming back? You going to say bye? Harris? It's all a bit much really, isn't it, mate? He's more into going running, aren't you, than sitting on the sofa posing for a video. There we go. Anyway, right, nice to see you all. Hope you're all well and all right. And I'll pop by and see you tomorrow. I'm just going to do this in the week, not the weekends. No. Right then, speak to you later. Bye.